I'm hearing, let's get ready to rumble. Dreamcast was the system that game came out on originally, if I'm not mistaken. So Dreamcast, get ready to rumble, spiritual warfare. Could be being thrown at you or will be being thrown at you in your dreamscapes. So, make sure you pray even more vigilantly as you slumber, while you slumber, for when you slumber. You understand? By the way, my name is Gabrielle. Welcome to I Espy with my Shamanic Eye. Yeah, that was interesting immediately. Or someone could be utilizing their time when they're asleep to attempt to engage in spiritual warfare with you. Astral traveler. Hold on. Mm-hmm. It's a little chilly, but it is perfect. Fireplace, bonfire weather. Safety first, but wonderful, darling. Okay. All right, let's put these away. You served your purpose earlier. Let's grab these. Let's see who tried to stay behind. Interesting. It was holier than thou. But you love when people will attempt to use words against you. If you know, you know. She's and she's like the wind. Wasn't that Patrick Swayze? What is the unknown crisis in the situation, Holy Spirit? Oh, look. The invisible barrier, breaking down invisible barriers and welcoming new horizons. The gift of darkness. There are gifts in the darkness. Discover the treasures within. Okay. Oh, man. Okay, so she's like the wind through my tree. She rides like the night next to me. She leads me through moonlight only to burn me with the sun. She's taken my heart, but she doesn't know what she's done. All right, all right. Interesting. This makes me feel like protection, unknown hidden forces. Yeah, but no, the energy of breaking free is very much there. When people are afraid, right? This is what I'm getting. You hold on to things, right? Even if it's no good for you. People fear what they don't understand. They fear the unknown. And people who are led by faith, not by sight, the world, the universe is nothing but darkness to explore. There's so much that is unknown that the little spark of what is known, right, that you carry with you, that you take with you as you explore this newfound shift, if you will, this newfound knowing of more, of what is beyond, what could potentially be beyond, not limited. Mind, body, soul, right? You treasure what others fear. Interesting. These, we'll say the people, places, and things that you've literally had to turn your back on because the directions are different. They feel it as betrayal, right? But you know it's wisdom, healer, spiritual awakening, and then loyalty. These people, funny enough, collaboration is here with teamwork, bonding, right? And then there's dancing with the devil. This feels like the upside down place where up is down and down is up. Hence why you don't fear the darkness, but they found themselves in the abyss, bonded with their actions to the devil. And by the time they become aware of it, of cutting through the BS and divine timing, there is a lot of regret here with the shift in the higher level of consciousness as they themselves go through their own spiritual awakening. Like I said, it's all perspective. Like when you're heading in different directions, you can't help but turn your back on another person. It's not like you're walking parallel journeys. No, you are in different directions, polar opposite energy. Recalling your power. See the energy of the Black Panther there, right? With the golden eyes. It's the intensity of the abyss, of the darkness, of the unknown, but that spark, that seed of the light, of the possibility of what is. It grows and grows and grows. It multiplies. Because we are nothing more than stardust, right? Stardust, gold dust, it's cosmic forces from energy to matter. Oof. 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 They got deep real quick. See, you're welcoming new horizons, and where people haven't broken free of their, of their own self-limiting beliefs, their own notions, projections, it may really feel like a wall. But just like it said, recalling your power, look at the staff here. It is energy. It is a blaze. I keep seeing a masculine energy and a wounded child, because I'm seeing lost boy. This person, regardless of age, they could have been the ones who felt the deepest wound by your actions, even though there was no malice. You already know this as a high priestess, strength, and then there's maid woman, the come up. Yeah. This person definitely collaborated with others. They'll get through it. It's giving Dark Knight. Although I know there's a Dark Knight card in here, it's giving Dark Knight. Beautiful. I'm hearing Lauren Hill, Lost One. You're throwing weights. Oof. Look, Dark Knight is right on the bottom of the deck. See what I mean? But this is truly karma, right? This could be good or bad. What seeds did you plant? This person was very disloyal to you. Okay, we don't need to harp on that. You're free. It could have been a lover to you at one point in time. Interesting. This person does have their own calling. It is supposed to be aligned with you. Planting seeds. We have made man, lovers, chosen 144, and then there's lost boy. It's like I'm gonna say it like this: the faster they get through this dark night, so to speak, and get to this healing journey, they can catch up. They can. So you might have these little moments where you're like flashing to moments in your own journeys. And you're like, oh no, I've already overcome that. No, it's we'll say the thread between you and this person needing you to feed them in a healing manner, send them universal light and love, not your own. Okay. Nope. Study Reiki. Because they need strength, they need support, and you can do this. Like you can literally do like the Care Bear share. But again, it's coming from universal energy. Okay. That's the only way. Look, because teamwork is showing. They do need your assistance, even though, listen, whoever I'm talking to, you're not on petty time. There is a petty energy who's thinking again about the betrayal. Listen, again, that's that tug of war. So if you feel at moments flashes of when you were still in your wounded child energy, it's because the person you share this soul thread with, not a soul tie, it's a thread. It's different. This one cannot be, it can't be cut. It's not that sort of cord. Anyway, yeah, you'll have flashes of mirroring energy as they're going through their dark night. Okay, as they're going through it. I don't wish this on anybody. I don't. But this is your person, your kingdom spouse, and all of that. Okay. Boy, I tell you. Good afternoon. Right. Akashic Records, teamwork. You were made aware of this. In a strong sense, the disconnection you've had from this person in the physical realm, in whatever capacity, I'm not getting, betrayal's betrayal. It could have been early, it could have been later. I don't want to speculate. It's not my business. But what I'm getting is like in a higher realm of consciousness, you are literally like leaving breadcrumbs, like golden breadcrumbs for this person. It's assisting them in breaking free from their past, from their wounding, if you will. Releasing the links in the chain. Breaking free also from ancestral bondage and generational curses. Separation is often needed to do it. They're going to do it. The lost boy will become the made man very soon. We have student, learning phase, mother, nurturer, teacher, divine feminine energy. This for you is a test of your own spiritual loyalty because you are being called to be the healer for this kingdom spouse that you've been calling in. It's make or break energy. The choice is yours. Okay. Well, yeah. Talk to Archangel Michael, right? Look, you remember what ooh. Okay, I could pick this up. This is dope. This is really, really dope. Meaning, I'm thinking that you guys could have been nearing running into each other at a point, right? For some. But we're redirected. You could still have been in similar circles, similar communities, but not a direct relationship. Yeah, okay. That's pretty cool. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Show me the unknown crisis in the situation for the collective. Oof. We got Storm Boat, and we got Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Fortunes are always turning. Seize the opportunity to change the future, okay? And then we got Storm Boat. Perseverance and courage to keep sailing even in the midst of a crisis. Yo. Oh, such a love-hate relationship with plants. Then we have Ghost Ship at the bottom of the deck. Lost souls and unknown destinies. And then Dawn Light is right beneath that. You know, right behind the storm clouds, the sun is still there. I'm really getting keep the faith for someone. Oof. Because I feel like you're going to be challenged. Mm. Well, isn't that funny? What is the difference between a boat and a ship? I just got to know something real quick. Because look, the song is She's Like the Wind, right? And you need wind for sails to blow, to be move, right? Wind power. You may not always get to choose the speed in which you must maneuver. Hence perseverance and courage. Hold on. Interesting. Okay, it says a storm boat is a small type of lightweight watercraft designed for rapid transportation of troops and equipment, primarily used during military operations. Didn't I start this reading with "Let's get ready to rumble," and I was getting, high frequencies. Wow, that's intense. Um, the Dreamcast system, right? And here we have Ghost Ship, another reference to the etheric realm, if you will. It says these boats are capable of navigating challenging waters and conditions, making them essential for amphibious landings and swift river crossings. The term storm boat derives from its intended use in storming or launching aggressive maneuvers over bodies of water, emphasizing the ability to tackle tumultuous conditions that often accompany military operations. Wow. Okay. Okay. Seize the opportunity to change the future. Interesting. Ooh. This is a fated connection because divine union is here. I feel like specifically for someone, you might have been asking for signs, from the divine and universe to whom you pray to. Maybe you feel a little lost. Maybe you're uncertain about what you perceive your destiny to be, what your calling is, but there's clarity coming. And the miracles is on the bottom. Beautiful, unexpected blessings are coming. And then it says you hold the key. I feel like you a storm boat. I do. I feel like, hmm it's given like spiritual special forces. Like you're some sort of guiding light to help come in and like save a bunch of people from their poor choices, if you will, from becoming this sort of listless ship, unmanned, like empty vessels, helping people to come into union also with themselves, connecting to the divine within them, all around them, feeling more connected. Wow. And then healing journey comes out. Lost girl. Right, because you know what it's like. Looking for a way out, seeking help, troubled teen. And we have everything I touch turns to gold. Then we have the alchemist, and then we have new beginnings and fresh start. Wow. Your slate is clear. Take advantage. This is awesome. I feel like right now all you gotta do is think about it. It's amazing because I don't feel like people will actually tell you the type of impact that you're having directly, but you should know it's super duper positive. You don't even have to say anything. All you got to do is be, cast your eyes upon it. Because look how she's covering her mouth. She's just looking, and things are changing, things are happening, things are moving and grooving, things are renewed. Beautiful. But there is still a very faded union coming in. I have twin flame, loyalty, and soulmate here. Yeah. Oh, and then I cut the deck to the lovers. Right. Helping people break free from the matrix with self love, shifting, gears and helping them to attune to their own spiritual awakening, allowing them to know they're not alone with teamwork. This is the next leg, and we'll just say a deal with the divine that you have. Oh, yeah. Wow. Huge win. Take a chance on yourself. I'm really, really getting that. You need to really value yourself. Think about your own personal resume, life skills, attributes, all of those things. Because Wheel of Fortune, Stormboat, right? There's a great opportunity for you to slide into a vacancy. This could be job wise too for someone. Look, because I feel like you do thrive under pressure. That is an underrated skill. Being able to not succumb to the pressure in the midst of all sorts of things going off around you. like when it's like the more pressure some people experience, it's like the more their capacity for love grows within, because it's like this ginormous foot crushing Cupid, but you still find a way out. Like, look how he's like crawling. This ain't the time to be humble for somebody. I'm just saying. Look, and there's the magician. Right. And for my next act, this looks like the next act of life is going to be spectacular. Look, levity, creation, ideas, the stand up. Like I said, but there's no one on stage. There's a vacancy, there's a void, there's something, and it's just going to be. I'm getting. Ooh, divine timing, babies. Look, and then here comes the LARPer. RPG, right? I feel like this game was created for you. Whatever this scene is, whatever this role, whatever this is your moment. And it's up and it's stuck. Because the Botox card right on top of healing journey, high vibrations equals abundant opportunities. Exactly. It's up and it's stuck. Wow. Wow. I got the double passport card and the remote control. Like I said, it's up and it's stuck. This next act is created just for you. You are in control. You will have total freedom with the double passports. It's like giving Mary's popping bag. You know what I mean? Like in that bag is infinite possibilities. Right. And look, that calm energy you offer. Listen, being able to manage a crisis situation is no small feat. Crisis management is huge. Somebody really has been like observing, and they are quite surprised at your capacity. Not only it's like to see things coming, right? Because it's the eyes. And then alchemy here, right? With the alchemist, the ability to turn what was meant to destroy you into something beautiful and fruitful. Right. You're a genuine alchemist. They're hard to come by. A lot of I don't like moniker for a reason. I don't, because the ego gets in the way. It creates conflict within the self, and it also creates weird jealousy amongst people, and so it's unnecessary. Look, the proof is in the pudding with return receipt. Right. A lot of people who've tried to step into your shoes, like, no, no, here you go, you can take that back. They weren't made for it. They literally don't have it in their makeup. Like, you can learn a lot of things, you can absorb a lot of information. Applying it, not so easy. Repetition. Some people are just born for certain roles in life. No training required. Oh, look, we got a menace. Interesting. But that's the energy of the lost souls and unknown destinies. You're just so comfortable. I feel like they're going to be packed up anyway. Let me put it this way. Where you're going, they can't take it. The altitude's too high. The turbulence is too much. They will get sick. Oh, they're already sick. Mm, mm, mm. That's so funny. Listen, you're not on a pedestal in your own eyes. You're not. They put you on a pedestal. They did. The world needs more people like you all with the high vibrations, right? Equaling abundant opportunities. Why? Because there's more than enough. Hmm? That doesn't feel like. Wait. I'm sorry, I go back to the song. She's like the wind through my tree. Look, there's the tree, there's a colt, and there's the comfort pet. Leads me through the moonlight. Only be. Are these vampires? What the hell? Look, it says, I look in the mirror and all I see is a young old man with only a dream. Interesting. I don't want to make fun of him. Stop it. Yeah. Uh huh. The energy of the Fool is huge through this song. Air. So Aquarius. Okay, so we could be. That's a group of people. Okay. I'm sorry. This here has nothing to do with this, but the concern card is on the bottom of the deck, so I kind of gotta look into this. I feel like these people are getting ready to try something, and it's foolish, big time. Like they're really high, and they shouldn't be high, doing what they're doing right now. I'm really getting like vampire energy because like the dawn light and in the song they referenced the moon, and then I saw the makeup card and see like from Blade when they had like that super sunblock. That could also be what they're doing, like using some sort of weirdness to try to block your light and trying to diminish it, dim it. It's just weird. Oh, they really got my. Mm, that's a lot of pressure. Yeah, these people are going somewhere to do some sort of weirdness. Oh my God. It's a well known spot of power. So this makes me feel like there's some sort of energetic ley line these people are traveling to for the new year, by the way. Oh, thank you. Or right after the new year. Um, well, y'all really got all this pressure on my head. I don't care for that. Excuse me for a second. Ooh. So the new moon. That's a lot of pressure. Is on the 19th. Okay. Winter solstice. 21st. Okay, so right after the new year, because I was getting more so the full moon. Wow, Chiron goes direct on January 2nd. What a odd thing. I don't think I've ever seen Chiron direct. Interesting. Okay, so this is upcoming. This comfort pet could literally be someone. Look, oh my goodness, look at this shit here. Look at the 3 pages back to back. Look, Knight of Swords, and there's the Hierophant. Like, cause it was really getting, given. This is an issue. I would be mindful interacting with anybody during this particular full moon. And it'll be in the sign of Cancer, the one that's coming up on the other side of January. Like, cause I'm getting some weird hanky panky stuff. I'm feeling like there's some young people that's about to be initiated. They think this is what they want, but they gonna be stuck. Because whatever they think it is, they think it's something chill, some sort of. It's not that. It's really not that. There's a whole other side to whatever this is. Oh Lord. And they need to talk to the people who introduced them to this. I'm gonna put it like this: 3 gonna enter, 2 gonna come out. I don't think you want any parts of this. It's very much giving Hunger Games because they're gonna party the energy of. Mm, and out of these 3, only one of these young people. I hope they not like triplets because the way they came out like that, it's giving triplets. And they lining one up in particular. Tower. This information is coming out now because there's a good opportunity for you to stop this before it happens. 8 of Wands, Death card. You understand? Because there's a point of no return. There's definitely a setup and a sacrifice for whoever these young people are who are involving themselves in some sort of cult that on the surface it seems real chill. It's not. It's really not. There's an empath in this group. This could be like 3 friends, but there's a genuine empath in this group. Look how the floor is. I pointed this out in a different reading, but look, under all the pages, they all have different color flooring. Black and white, Well, it's supposed to be black and white, but it's not. It's like tan and brown, blackish brown and green. Then you have red. It's like gray and white. Like, mm, they gonna line this one up. The only one that's not here is the wands, right? It's a setup. It really is. Two of wands, five of wands. They gonna tag team this person, and they gonna. It's a it's a setup. They've already conspired, and they already know what they gonna party this person energy. Spirit is trying to let somebody know about this setup so they know to pull back. There's some sort of like party celebration, something like that during Capricorn season. Could even be New Year celebration. Wheel of Fortune, King of Swords, Four of Swords. Somebody might get sick, and that's going to be the universe stepping in case this doesn't reach that person in time. Yeah, it's going to save your life. Yeah. I could be talking to the father of these children, or at least of one of them, this Page of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody think it's just party. I mean, this could even be like darker side of a fraternity. You know what I mean? I'm also seeing that. But it's really giving Hunger Games, guys. Somebody in over their head. Yeah, Ace of Swords. Whoever the father is of this Page of Pentacles, you need to talk to your child, and I mean ASAP. ASAP. You can't put enough emphasis on what this is, okay? They expecting one thing. It's not that. I just saw two knights going at it. This is like mono and mono. It's weird. It's giving kumbaya on the surface, but it's giving Fight Club beneath the street. Yeah, Ace of Swords again. I guess for some, it could be the military, but I'm not getting that. I'm also seeing angel number 818, and I'm also seeing 111. So, all right. So I just wanted to see what area code 818 was. It says San Fernando Valley, region of LA County. Okay. Encino, Chatsworth, Canoga Park, Arietta, and some more. Okay. Um, Lord help them. Mm-hmm. It's so weird because I feel like this cult is targeting these young people, these natural manifestors. Yeah, look, 8 of Cups and 9 of Cups. These natural manifestors. Mm, devil. That this magician was very much given devil. Okay, it really was. So I'm like, no, it's the Page of Cups. That's the one that really needs protecting. And this is the hardest one to reach. My friends, my friends, my friends, my friends, don't be stupid, okay? To have your position, to have the life that you have, these people would hurt you. 3 of Swords. They jealous. Anyway. Right. Yep. See, you got a rat in your camp. It's all right. You're gonna be moved out the way. I see. They've been watching. Don't get it twisted. They've been watching, studying, seeing as you come online and how you moving and maturing and ugh. Caution, concern, okay? Stay away from these vampires, people. All right, what else you got, Holy Spirit? Mm-hmm. What is the unknown crisis for the collective at this time, Holy Spirit? Thank you. Huh. Oh my gosh. I feel like there's nothing stopping you. Because Invisible Barrier came out earlier during the first pool. But now it's in this block position, right? And then we have Loner. Be brave enough to go it alone and you'll discover more possibilities, right? There are experiences I've had on my own that I know for a fact I would not have had I had an entourage or even just one person with me. You know what I mean? Like when you walk by faith and you know the divine is really with you, you don't fear being a loner because you're never alone, okay? Yeah. Some of this is just your own perceptions of things. You know, I don't want to do this by myself. I don't want, why not? Why not? We have the key of the heart, unchain your mind and find freedom. Then it says the fountain of life, drawing strength and renewal from within. The sword of courage. Courage is our weapon to cut through the obstacles that lie ahead. Eternal love is your greatest strength. And then whispers of the ghosts. Pay attention to things and people that you don't normally pay attention to, and you may gain new insight. Take down the wall. Open yourself up to possibilities. Unclutter your environment. Unclutter your aura. Spend time in nature. All the yellow flowers makes me feel like the loner energy is often very temporary because you come across many friendly energies. Yellow and flowers is friendship from my remembrance. There are certain epiphanies and moments of clarity that you can only gain as you move about. You'll regret missing out on things, especially when you look back and you realize that those same people aren't even standing next to you now. And so let those lessons be carried with you. It's wonderful to want companionship. It is incredible not to require it. That means you enjoy moments, whether fast friends or old ones. You know what I mean? Like you cherish them. But the loner energy affords you freedom, presence. Why is invisible barrier in the block position? I don't want to sneeze. I'm missing energy. I felt the tickle. Look. If there were energies being propelled at you to keep you in a place of not knowing which way to go, direction. Because the Eight of Wands, it's back and forth, right? But it's free flowing. The divine Ace of Wands has arrived with the Chariot. It's very much given Ganesh, right? The remover, not, well, the creator, also the remover of said obstacle. More so like allower of obstacles, if you know. Anyway. This makes me feel like assistance also. It's like when your car breaks down, you're like, hey, you need some help? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I also see people pulling on your energy, like magnetically trying to siphon. They want that spark of creativity. They also miss the exchange that you used to have in whatever way you used to share energy with these people. Like you're being shielded and simultaneously recharged. It's like people were trying to control your action. For whatever reason, it never jumped out to me that that is like Mars energy, big time, in the back of that Ace of Wands there, red planet, huge. And so you're being literally recalibrated, recharged. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. They would rather see you come to a halt, right, than allow you to move forward. I also feel distraction energy from this, trying to navigate you off course. Like it's, listen, the field of flowers here in the loaner car, they're beautiful. It's lush, it's gorgeous. I'm sure they smell incredible. But if the target, right, the goal is the mountain, you can't get distracted by the pretty things. There will be time for you to stop and smell the flowers, right? But it requires focus, right? Two of Swords, not indecision, but like laser beam vision. Look how the eyes, what was his name? Cyclops from the X-Men, right? That laser vision, right? So again, these are the people who would rather stop you, right? Because they can't go with you. Because they were siphoning. Like I said, whatever way in which you were sharing energy with them, love with them, and now that you're not because you're on this new mission for the divine, like you're very focused, full Five of Swords, hermit, right? There's strength, but there's the devil right behind, right? Again, there's some sort of tower moment. It's like a ricochet of someone's actions. It's like they want your attention so bad. Mm. Let's just say some weird shit pops off. And I also feel like you can't undo what is not yours to undo. That invisible barrier also feels very much like it's not you. Whatever you're like, whatever's been shut down for you is being shut down by the divine. You understand? Like, there's nothing wrong with your appetite. There's nothing wrong with your desires. No, you've been redirected It's like a pilot light. They just went, they blew it out for a little bit, because sometimes you just got to refocus on other things. You need all that energy. You need all that drive. You need all that passion, determination for higher pursuits. King of Wands to the Six of Swords. Ace of Swords. High Priestess. Right, like I said, you need all that power and energy for higher pursuits. Mm-hmm. All right. I already told whoever these folks were who were pulling on your energy, there is a backfire coming at them, because they got one more little tricky up their sleeve. It's going to be bad. They don't regret it. It's okay. So it's going to be exposed, okay? You're going to see something. You're going to learn something about what they've been doing. But either way, they're saying you're going to see the tower moment for these people who've been pulling on your energy because they refuse to let well enough be. Check. Check, check, check. Because I'm a little messy at times. I want to know what's going to happen. Ooh. Something they thought they got rid of with burning evidence. I did see promiscuous. Look, fake friends. Caught up. Look, fulfilling a fantasy and expecting. Look at that. Don't tell me one of your ops gonna find themselves, pregnant. Because this little invisible barrier, aka a condom, right, failed them. Look, and I see recording here. Don't tell me one of these people married. Wow. We got sex shop, tantric sex, with keeping a promise. Wow. Look. Depression, putting on a show, doing rugs. Told you something failed. Somebody found something in the trash. Oh. Wow. Look. Pregnancy test. I love this for them. Somebody is going to have a child with your toxic ex. Thinking they got a prize. And they didn't want to listen to you about how this person is, right? Because fake friends. And let me tell you something. Wherever these people live, I don't think this is an easy thing for them to just get rid of, discard, okay? They're going to have to ride this situation out because they don't live in one of them states. Somebody realizing they got played by your ex, fell for the sob story, da-da-da-da. Now they mad because they envy some shit that you was like, nah, something wrong with them. It's like a Netflix and chill going wrong. This person brainstormed until they finally got in your situation. Now they can't escape. Wow. It couldn't have happened to nicer people. That's what we say around here. And I really feel like there's a tape. I really, really feel like there's a tape. Not to mention, somebody might tell them, oh, I hope you did strap up. child. Because look, somebody could have burned some evidence about, their results, which would be illegal. Somebody mad. Couldn't have happened to nicer people. I feel like somebody's prophylactic failed and they got exposed to something. It's not funny. It's not. Situations about to explode. Double confirmation on that tower. Fulfilling a fantasy. You shouldn't envy people. You should not envy people. Now they mad, like doubly mad at you. Crying, heartbroken. Look, already knowing the tea. Look, you just in the background. Watch it and go down. People don't want to believe you when you be like, he might be okay for you, but he's no good for me. You don't know what them people been out there doing between A and B and C, D, E, F, G. Like, Look, all because of that. Couldn't have happened to nicer people. And this person really wanted this relationship. They did. They just knew they was going to end up wifey, whatever. And they was going, oh my God, we talking serious delusions. But again, that energy, why it's important to be able to be a loner. Why it's fabulous not to constantly need attention or someone laid up with you. Like, that's therapy, babies. Figure out where that abandonment, that weird attachment style come from. It'll save your life. Oof. Like, for real. It could be a little too casual, a little too cavalier. Anyway, what other messages? Somebody better watch for them towers. Do you have the Divine Collective? Why did it get stuck like that? Oh, I'm like, there's no way. It's still stuck at. Oh, but I love those numbers. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Check. We are in Sagittarius season, and so Wheel of Fortune energy. Again, put yourselves out there, take some calculated risk, because it could really be beneficial for your future. Seize them opportunities. Carpe diem. Exactly. Look, even in the frozen land, even in the coldest places, there are flames of hope. See what I mean? Child, look, and then the unknown shore, the unknown awaits you, prepare to be challenged. Bruh, didn't I? Let's get ready to rumble. Facing challenges and achieving greatness. Heart of valor. Exactly. And then look, the winds of freaking destiny. Moving with the wind to pursue greater possibilities. Here we go. With timeline, the intertwining of past, present, and future. That is complete realignment. Holy shit. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of and then look, an endless journey. Every step is a new beginning. Enjoy the journey. Exactly. Buddy. You about to be in uncharted waters territory. Somebody is holding something back about their health, okay? I don't know what that's about, or their finances, or please be smart with your finances, okay? Because those challenging times could also be foreshadowing about, ups and downs and people's wheels of fortune, so to speak. Right. Be smart. Don't get caught up in any like worldly shit right now. Yeah. Discernment. Ooh. Be aware. Wow. Stand strong. You got this with the Emperor coming out. Rely on your reasoning, not your fists. Because the Five of Wands just came out in the block position. Wow. So it's funny because there are different types of challenges that arise, right? Life could be really, really good, right? And you could be high up on that hog. Plan for your future. Okay. Very important. Right. Every step is a new beginning. Enjoy the journey. Right. But be smart, okay? You're in control. You're the boss, right? You're the leader. Set the example for yourself. Mm, right. Because Eight of Swords, right? There could be things that in this energy of the Three of Cups, merriment, party, celebration, that you could find yourself all of a sudden, party's over, death card, Five of Pentacles, and all of a sudden it's like, wait, right. And so there could be a loss in financial stability for some, Five of Pentacles, and then the Four of Wands, right? There could even be homelessness for someone, but you're being told to be strong. Even if that's a temporary situation, my heart goes out to you. That is super duper unfortunate, but I done seen miracles come through for people. I mean, I've experienced them myself, and learning to trust, learning to trust. But there's something about not looking a gift horse in the mouth with the Four of Cups. Okay, that's why it's like seize the opportunities that come towards you. Even in the coldest places, there are flames of hope. That sounds like even a charity for someone, but there's a level of perseverance with the Five of Swords showing up that you're going to make it. And so please be smart with your finances. Four of Pentacles, okay? Eight of Pentacles. Focus more so on work and budgeting and savings, I'm getting. And that way you're prepared and you don't experience hardship as dire as they could be, or challenges as dire as they could be. But this heart of valor is really what's jumping out, facing challenges and achieving greatness. So out of this will come something spectacular for you. I don't know exactly when this will be. This could be a small time in the winter because the frozen land did show up and we are technically still in the fall. Winter has not begun. And so, let's jump on these opportunities, have faith. You are being divinely guided to new and improve, even higher levels of institutional learning, if you will, like skills, jobs, trades, things like that. For others, they're going to like land. That's not how you say that. They're going to put you in direct alignment to where there is a job that is going to land in your lap, so to speak. So if you keep being led to a certain place to kind of hang around a certain place, that's why. A negative is going to turn into a positive. And really all it's about is your perspective. I'm getting an attitude of gratitude. I'm not telling you these things to plant worry, fear, anxiety, or anything like that. I'm telling you these things so you can plan ahead. Yeah, you're going to be very, very successful on the other side of whatever this is. But this is to help grow you, by the way. Remember, nothing is put on your shoulders greater than what it is you can handle, okay? Wow. Stars would turn. Okay. I'm going to pull one more round. And then I'm going to end this. Thank you, guys. Thank you for tuning in, liking, sharing, subscribing. Appreciate you. What is the unknown crisis? Wow. So we have Tree of Wisdom and Star Guidance. Grow to be a better person by taking knowledge from the Tree of Wisdom. And then we have Star Guidance. Even in the darkness, there are clues of light. Okay. Grow to be a better person. Interesting. They want you to take the knowledge. Okay. So they're trying to get you to shift out of the energy of passiveness. 33. 3 is here. 21 breaks down to a 3, right? Because the Three of Wands, even though, you know, Wands are active energy, fiery, you know, that seagull is like, well, what are you waiting for? Go to the boat. Go get your shit. You're waiting for something to end or start or something like that. They want you to take what it is that you need, metaphorically speaking. We're talking about knowledge. Know the ledge, right? Like, you got to at least get yourself as close to your objective as you can. Interesting. Message judgment. Right. There's power in your hands, and they want you to be proactive and help in this cycle to either wrap or start for you. Um, what is the cycle world card? Unfazed comes out. Huh. Unfazed, unbothered. Interesting. I'm also getting like literal, like, choices. Like, there's so many things that you could do, that you could learn, you could da 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 da, right? But you get to pick, you get to choose, right? How do you want to grow? How do you want to better yourself? I also feel like, in a very literal time frame, like, better to wait for some until we get to the new energy of the next year. Not to mention, if there was like weird karmic energy that was attached to this year of 9, right? Instead of beginning new endeavors before we close this shit out, right? Because we have karmic friends, right? And we don't want, as we're shedding, releasing, reflecting, healing, all of those things, we don't want to bring that in with the energy shift, right? We want to allow the energy of the hurt ego and the megalomaniac, because 9 is interesting like that. Right, right, right. I could dig it. I could definitely dig it. Well, 9 can be very lusty energy too for a lot of folk. And again, what we have now is 333 because love triangle, like triangle number three, right? Three sides. Like you're already starting to see signs of the shift. Hmm. I think that's very, very smart. Oh yeah, very smart. Okay. Tell me about star guidance. Wow, Five of Swords energy. Move this over. Okay, Five of Swords to the Lovers, right? Star guidance. Even in the darkness, there are clues to the light. That's wow. Okay. That's crazy. Look, 56, 65. I gotta look that up. That's crazy. Hold on. Look at this shit here. You see the cards: Five of Swords, Lovers, Devil, and the Five of Wands, right? So angel number 5665 signifies love, personal transformation, and emotional depth. There are some key interpretation. Here are some key interpretations. Excuse me. Love conquers everything. See that right there. Okay. This number emphasizes the power of love and overcoming challenges, right? Internal magnetism, right? You see this shit. Mm. People associated with this number are often, excuse me, are often seen as seductive and emotionally rich, seeking new experiences and love. Mm-hmm. 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 Personal transformation. It serves as a reminder that challenges are stepping stones to self improvement, encouraging creativity and resilience. Spiritual guidance. This number is viewed as a mystical sign from the universe, offering wisdom and support on your spiritual journey. How you like that? Mm-hmm. It's like the more that you are affronted, the more that you are attacked, the more that you are challenged, it like solidifies you and your determination on the journey, the path of your own ascension. It's like you only focus on this sort of light, like starlight. Oh wow, starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might. Yes. So please stargaze, make a wish. Yes, look, as I say stargaze, look at the star card come jumping out. Yes. You might, I know there's like the Geminoid meteor shower happening. You might see some northern lights. You might see some shooting stars. Hang out there. Look, as I say that, look, there's the tower and there's the sun. What I say? Yes, there are shooting stars. Make a wish. Mm-hmm. That's funny. So if there are energies trying to keep you inside, like all of a sudden, like you trying to get outside the stargaze a little bit, to spend some time grounding, whatever, just basking upon the night sky. And I feel like you're going to have some interference. There's going to be a devilish person in your life, maybe even in your home, who's vexing you, who's going to make it harder for you to get outside to tap into um, that energy we just spoke about. They want you to wish on a star, they want you to look for a shooting star. And this is like soon, like now, nighttime, wherever you are, like look up, make a wish. Mm-hmm. Whatever this thing is that's occupying this person in your life, let's just say they need your energy and you're not feeding it. So there could be some ruckus coming your way. This could even be a friend that you're letting stay with you for somebody. Get this person out your house. That's all I'm saying. Get them out your house. Look, it's beyond a fake friend. I'm getting this could even be a family member. Because, they like to show envy and jealousy easy. They don't even, look, did not, look at that shit. Family time, and there's the gem. This person don't like how chill you are. Their spirit is sick and they're insecure. They don't, listen, I'm going to put it like this. You're not obligated to allow this person to stay with you. And you don't have to, watch this go down. Because this person is like a plant. Especially if you married. They're there to try to ruin your relationship. Girl, please. Get them up out your house. Right. And that way you can keep your relationship private. Because they all over there like, mm, yeah. Don't tell this person no more about your relationship. Get them out your house. I saw like fake friend in reverse. No, 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 no. This ain't a true friend. Not with this energy here. No. This is a toxic family member that's taking your kindness for weakness, who jealous of your situation, especially of your love. That even though y'all might not have much, y'all got each other type shit. Y'all hold it down for one another. Yeah, look. Aligning yourself with the universe, and then there's the love story card. And this is your trifling ass family member who's trying to be up in your man face. I'm not playing with you. Look, fake apology. Get in the room. Yeah, you better get them about your space. For some of you, this is a sibling. And they need to go focus on their own kids instead. Ooh. Anyway. I hope these messages have helped someone. Don't let this bitch destroy your life, your marriage, your relationship. Get this demon about your house. The time has expired of living on your couch and eyeing your man in your home. They gotta go, sis. They gotta go. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. All right. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. We'll do this again whenever Spirit tells me to. If you want to book a personal, all information's in the About section or in the description box. Have a great evening. Bye. Or morning, whenever you find it.